All right, so once again, we're looking at translations. The thing I want for my 6 examples, the first two that I want is for us to work on the notation, to understand the notation. Right? Question number one, I'm giving it to you guys in words. Question number two, I'm giving it to you guys as a pluses or minuses. But it's the same idea. It's just that the notation is a little bit different. I'm asking you in this case for the coordinates of the vertices, so for all of them. So question number one, 5 units to the right, that means I'm gonna go x plus 5. By my x value, I'm gonna add 5 because that's 5 to the right. When I look at the y value, it says 6 units down, I'm gonna go y minus 6 because I'm going down, right? If I was going up, I would go plus 6. So add 5 to x, subtract 6 from y. So if I ask you guys for the coordinates of I prime, we should get 0, -5. So again, add 5 to x, subtract 6 to y. If I ask you guys for the coordinates of j prime, I should get 1, -1. Once again, for j, I'm thinking -4 plus 5. That's how I got the 1. 5 minus 6. That's how I got the -1. And lastly, if I'm asking you guys for k prime, you guys should have forward and -4. Right, I'm looking at this as -1 plus 5, 4, 2 minus 6, -4. So that's how I got those values. Question number two, I'm giving it to you guys in that easy notation. I'm saying x plus 3, that's basically add 3 to x. Then I said y minus 8, so subtract 8 from y. So if I ask you guys for the coordinates of I prime, I should expect -1, -5. If I ask you guys for h prime, I'm expecting -1, -4. If I ask you guys for g prime, I'm expecting 3, -3. And then if I ask you guys for f prime, I'm expecting 2 and -5. Right? On the little recap on f prime, I just went -1 plus 3. That's how I got the 2. 3 minus 8. That's how I got the -5. On the homework, I will ask you guys for one specifically. Like in question number 2, I'll ask you guys for h prime. That's all I'm expecting, right? I asked for h prime. Now for the quiz or test, I will say find the coordinates of the vertices, which means find them all. Any questions on these two?
And that's going to be our homework.
Yeah, part of your homework, yeah. Part of your homework would be like these. Now, here I have examples 3 and 4. Like question number 3, I'm gonna graph the image. Let me close this really quick. All right, so for question number 3, 3 units to the right, that looks like x plus 5. I mean x plus 3. Because I'm adding 3 to the right. Then 5 units up, that looks like y plus 5. So if I'm asking for the coordinates, I'm looking for c prime. My answer should be -2, +1. Right? Those are the coordinates of c prime. If I ask you guys for the coordinates of d prime, it should be -2, 4. E prime, it should be 1, 4. And then f prime should be -1, +1. Right? If I ask you for the coordinates, yes.
So it's going to be like yesterday. You're just going to say a letter, and then we're just going to just do that one and then
Exactly. So in the homework, I ask you guys for 1 point specifically because we cannot graph. Now on the quiz or test, I will say graph. And then, so for the graph, I got each of the primes, right? C prime, D prime, E prime, F prime. Now I'm just going to plot them in. C prime is the point -2, 1. D prime is the point -2, 4. Then E prime is 1, 4. And then F prime is -1, +1. We know how to plot points. I'm just gonna connect these, and I get a trapezoid. Yes. What was that again? What I'm looking for is that you have the ones with the prime. Like your question was like, do we plot the initial points? You can plot the initial points if you wish, and then literally notice that it's everything three to the right and five up. Then sure, you can do it like that. But what I'm looking for is this graph, right? If you have the other one as well, fine. But I'm looking to make sure you have this one.
So on the test, we're gonna have to draw
On the test, you guys will have to graph it, yeah. And the same thing with number four, but we know that notation, right? 3 units to the right and one down. When one like number four, we can plot those points in, like the ones that we have. We can just plot them in and then move everything three to the right and one down. Or we can just find the coordinates. For example, if I'm looking for t prime, my coordinates should be -1, -4, and I can easily plot that one in. And the same thing for the other two, connect them, and we have a figure. Any questions on these? And once again, on the homework, I'll ask you guys for the coordinates of 1 point. On the quiz or test, you will have to graph it. Okay. Now, my last two examples, I'm going to ask you guys for the rule. And this is one thing that we kind of struggled a little yesterday. So it says write a rule to describe each transformation. So this transformation is a translation. So I will start by writing the word translation. We have other transformations that we haven't seen, but we are going to learn, like rotation, reflection, and dilation. We haven't seen them, but we will learn them. So I will start by writing translation. And then if I follow my x's, right, -5 becomes -4, -4 becomes -3, -2 becomes -1, right? I'm following my x's. It seems like each of them I'm adding 1. So I'm going to do x plus 1. Once again, I follow the x's. Now, if we follow the y's, -3 becomes -1, 1 becomes 3, -3 becomes -1. It seems like each time we're adding 2. So I'm going to say y plus 2. We're doing the same thing to all the y's. That's basically it. If I'm looking at example question number 6, write the rule. Once again, I will do translation. I know I do the same thing to the x's, all the x's. So I'm going to follow a point. I know right now we can tell the difference between black and blue. We can tell the difference. On the test, it prints them all black and white. So both figures will be black. So in order for us to know which one came first, like I'm going to follow the L's. I know L is before L prime, right? The one with the prime, the one with the apostrophe is the one that comes after. Right? Once again, we can tell on the homework, we're going to be able to tell black and blue, but on the quiz or test, it's only black. So make sure you guys follow the notation. Right, I'm following the L's. We can follow whichever letter we want. Looking at the L's, it seems like I go 2 to the right. So I'm going to do x plus 2 because I'm moving 2 to the right. And then I go up 1. So y plus 1. Now, for example, let's say it only moved 2 to the right, but it doesn't move up or down, right? If nothing happens on the y's, make sure you guys still do write the y though. If nothing happens to the y, still do write y. No, don't leave it blank. So, any questions on these? No? Easy.